Good afternoon. Welcome to the 415. 415. It's going to bring you some news. Hopefully, any moment now, my co host will be joining us, the amazing STARR BUSTAMONTE. The 415 is brought to you by House of Black Cat Magic, wildhunt.org. Give it all your support because it's amazing. There's my co host. Say hello, STARR.
Hello,
You're going to hear a lot of sweary words and a lot of aggravated things, but you're going to hear some happiness today too. So be prepared because we got things to say. We got some shit to talk about. Please also check out DorothyMorrison.com for all of your Dorothy Morrison needs. The views on this show belong to me and my co-host. Anything else is accidental and not a reflection on Wild Hunt, Dorothy Morrison, House of Black Cat Magic, or Desperate House Witches. Nah, bullshit. It's all reflective of Desperate House Witches because I'm Desperate House Witches, so there you go. But anybody else, it's accidental or it just happens to coincide. Whatever. Wow, what a long, strange trip it's been over the last 2 weeks where we haven't had a show. Holy shit. That faucet is on. It's on hard. I said hard.
Yes.
That's right. God damn it.
Well,
What the fuck? I am excited about some of the maggot news. What do you want to start with?
well, I would say just first of all, if anybody has seen the footage of the subway being flooded in New York City the other day,
That's
that's kind of
crazy.
like representative of the news cycle.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
just shit pouring everywhere.
I gotta say, as a native New Yorker, my heart goes out to those who are being affected, still being affected by that shit show. Also, New Jersey, also flooding. Everywhere there's flooding, man. Everywhere. But climate change needs more study, apparently, because jokers don't understand science. And that's obvious because JFK Jr. is over vaccines. What the fuck is happening here? And you and I were talking earlier about this maybe a little bit of misrepresentation about this case of the plague. Are people blowing that up out of proportion? What the hell's going on actually with that?
So it's pneumatic. Um, um,
We have to be careful because the right bloviates everything. We have to be careful we don't do the same thing. Did
correct,
did, did this
correct.
get blown out of proportion because our side is fucking hysterical half the time? Is that what happened?
Well, no, I mean, I think it's always startling. I mean, there are, on average, I think about 5 to 6 cases of, um, what the hell is the name of the disease?
Bubonic plague?
Bubonic plague. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
this is pneumatic. It's not spread easily. It's usually spread by fleas. And in the Four Corners area, there's, like 5 to 6 cases a year.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's caught early, it's very treatable.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, it can be very quick moving.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not caught early, then yeah, you can die from it still.
Okay.
But um, yeah, I mean, I think that it just kind of fuels into the whole everything that's going on
Yeah.
with the vaccines and COVID and uh, uncertainty about what the hell is going to happen. All of the measles cases. I mean, I think the number of cases which I mean, is the highest we've seen in, like, I don't know, like 10 years, 20 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think there's already a lot of anxiety around that. And then you're like, oh, bubonic plague, what? But it's,
Okay.
the I think on average there's probably about 5 or 6 cases every year, and
Okay.
so it's not that unusual. It is kind of early in the season, I think, maybe for that, but it is transmitted by fleas, and you've got more people that are, just the access to healthcare as as they make cuts are this could be very problematic.
Hmm.
But it's not as big a deal as it might seem. I mean, most people, this wouldn't even be on their radar,
Right. And it's
but
just with everything else blowing up, it just amplifies the signal.
the weather stuff is like huge.
Well, the weather,
Like there have
yeah,
been
the weather stuff is
just in the
frightening.
first,
Hmm.
well, just in the first 6 months of the year, there have already been over, I think I read yesterday, like over 2,000, um, like major flash flooding warnings issued.
Hmm.
And I mean, like if you look at them, there's a compilation map of like shows all of them. And I mean, it's pretty eye popping to see the amount of flooding. Also, there was an article released this last week um, where they interviewed David Suzuki, and basically he's like, it's too late. It's too late. He's like, there's 12 levels, and we're at level 9 of irreversible damage when it comes to climate change. So buckle up is the only advice I have, and also some of the points that I've seen being made online that are pretty valid is, you can stock up on all the canned goods and supplies and everything that you might think you need, but the bottom line is the thing that will save you is community.
Yeah.
So if you're not already networking with people in your area and are figuring out ways to, uh, what to do in a disaster, having recently been through one, I can tell you that that is, in fact, very important. All of us who had stuff in our freezers and, thought, oh, we're good, we were not good. And the only way we got through it was because we had the ability to boots on the ground, share information and share resources. And that's what the future is probably going to look like, because we're seeing massive amounts of flooding and fire, I might add, in places that normally do not see the level of flooding or fire that has been
Hmm.
happening. And yeah, so there we are. But of course, we won't know about any of it because they're defunding all of our best sources for information, which include the National Weather Service, NOAA. Um, Last night at 2:30 in the morning, the Senate voted to defund public broadcasting,
Yep.
as well as for all of the foreign aid, uh, which is just absolutely horrendous. I would like to point out that public broadcasting is a tiny, tiny amount of the budget, and it more than pays for itself in keeping people in touch. And in rural areas, often the public broadcasting, PBS and NPR, are the only source of news for a lot of these rural communities that's free
Yep.
and unbiased. So we'll see what happens, but I think I don't know if Congress has voted on it yet today, but the Senate passed it at 2:30 in the morning. 2:30 in the morning, and then it went back to the House for them to vote on. So I don't have much hope that anything will happen there. But there's so much bad shit. I mean, like honestly, when we were talking yesterday, I mean, there's no shortage of material, but so much of it is just horrendous. Um, do you want some hilarious news first?
No, I want to save the hilarious news for later because I
Okay.
want I want to try to end on a fucking high note for a change.
Well, we have some community action that you can do today too. So, and it's
Okay,
today. It's
let's let's
today.
let's do that.
Okay. Now.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that now.
Okay. So, Indivisible has organized the Good Trouble protests. They are check your local area. The one here starts at 6 p.m. in Pack Square. I'm thinking about going. We'll see what the weather is doing because it's been a little wild up here as with storms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But these are nationwide protests, and so we'll see. We'll see if we see the kind. I don't think we'll see the kind of turnout that we saw for the No King's Day, simply because that was a Saturday and today is most obviously a Thursday. But people are fucking mad. They're fucking mad, and they are not, holding back on letting their elected officials know about it. So look up Indivisible and find your place to protest today. And if you missed this one, have no fear. I think that there's pretty much one scheduled at least once a month,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
and other smaller ones scheduled, just check Indivisible. 5051 also is organizing a bunch of protests, you know, and as always, use your 5 calls app. That's number 5calls.org. Literally takes minutes. ResistBot is another really great resource. You don't have to do anything; just say yes, 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 and if you send it by email, it's free. You can even pay, and they will print it out and deliver that bitch right to your representative. I always have visions of my shitty representative.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Surrounded by stacks and stacks and stacks of paper that have just been delivered that are all, angry letters.
Oh
So that's
yes.
that's my happy place these days.
My happy place these days is watching Tom Tillis have a meltdown. But the problem is, there's no skin in the game. When you've already decided and announced that you are no longer going to run for your office, you obviously have given up. You know, oh, how brave. What can I say? I mean, I'm glad he's saying anything, quite frankly. But the fact that he has nothing left to lose, it just pisses me off because you are walking away bitching and moaning when you could have actually stood in the gap and said more and done more. You knew the shit was wrong. You knew what you were voting for back when you were fighting for your position. You knew this was all wrong. You knew he was wrong, but you went ahead and you did it anyway. So it's too little too late for me,
Well,
in my opinion.
no,
But
I agree. I agree. But here's the stunning thing, and I've seen this like over the course of the last like 2 weeks, where these fuckers are voting to pass you know, the giant billionaire bailout bill,
mm-hmm,
even though it's doing things to harm their own constituents. And then when they're asked about it, they're like, well, yeah, but I wasn't going to hold up the whole bill for that. What? Really? Really? You voted for something that is going to harm your constituents, but I mean, because there's a gambling clause in it. I mean, there's so many things in this bill. And so now you've got people like, Josh fucking Hawley of Missouri,
uh-huh.
who is now introducing state legislation at the state level to try and prevent the shit that this bill is going to do that he voted for.
Uh-huh.
It's like, grow a spine, bro. But obviously, I mean, anybody who saw footage of January 6th, when the going gets tough, Josh Hawley runs the fuck away. Um, so yeah, no, I'm right there with you. They know it. They knew it was wrong, and they fucking did it anyway. Because if you think for a minute, I mean, the only goal that I can see, like whatever the fucking end game in all this is it's gonna mean just lots of people dying. That's the only thing. That's my only takeaway from all of this, because
Mm-hmm.
people are gonna die,
Yes.
both here and abroad, and it's all on us. It is all on the people who voted for this bullshit. And yeah, you're not gonna get any sympathy from me. I mean, I feel like
Well,
eh,
here's the thing. We knew what was coming, and as smart as you are, and you are probably one of the smartest people I know, as I have always said, and don't roll your eyes at me, goddamn it. Um, I'm no Rhodes Scholar, but I could fucking figure it out. Um, the fact that people did not want to heed any kind of fucking information, did not want to do their own research, went blindly straight through this shit. Listen, again, Republicans are going to do what the fuck they're going to do because they're Republicans. Not a shock. But once again, Democrats got duped again by bullshit they were told. Just because somebody with a big mouth tells you something doesn't make it true, unless it's me. uh,
is that how that works?
well, I think my fucking record stands pretty well at this point. I have hope, but my hope is always tempered now by the fact that Democrats figure out a way to fuck up, which is what I've been saying for the last 2 to 3 cycles, even though Joe Biden got elected. Joe Biden was not my first choice, second choice, or even third. And we see how well that shit worked out. It was smoking when he was in office, but, American people got scared and said, fuck. By the way, only certain types of cancer affect the brain, FYI, not the type he has. Just because your voice shakes and your hands shake doesn't mean your brain is over. But that's another story for another fucking day. Anyway, whatever. He was fucking running the shit out of this country. But the eggs are too expensive. Yeah? How'd you like those prices back now, bitches? Just saying. God damn it. Anyway, yeah. Let me tell you what, I'd pay double for fucking eggs if I could have Joe Biden back as president today, in the condition he's in. Don't get me fucking started. Anyway, before I continue, let me take this opportunity to say, please support wildhunt.org. Give it all your support. It's the pagan paper of record, and the babka's delicious. That's an in joke. Anyway, Wild Hunt has real reporters doing real news, real journalism, real information. Not like this bullshit you get from fucking faux news. Anyway, Wild Hunt, less than a cup of coffee per day. You could be getting real news in your inbox, damn it. Do that. Love it. Okay. Anyway, back to the show. Because I'm fucking pissed. What else is new? If you know my name, you know I'm aggravated. Anyway, here's what I love this week. What I love this week is the idea that these bitches are eating their own over the most unlikely fucking thing I could have thought of. Here's what's what. Jeffrey Epstein. I had not thought about Jeffrey Epstein. I had not considered Jeffrey Epstein in probably a year. This thing was so the fuck off my radar. When I first heard the name again, I was like, who? Oh, yeah, the fucking kid rapist. Bastard. May he burn in a fucking 8,000-degree hell forever and ever, every single moment. But here we go. Unforced error. Who the fuck was even talking about this bullshit until they brought it up? I wasn't talking about Epstein. I didn't hear anybody on the left talking about Epstein. Trump brought up Epstein. Fucking Pam Blonde Bond fucking brought up Epstein. I was not talking about. Were you talking about Epstein? I don't remember us talking about Epstein. I don't remember us thinking about fucking Epstein. But all of a sudden, the
Well,
right is talking about Epstein. What the fuck? What
well,
happened? What the fuck happened? 1 minute this bitch says, I got a file on my desk. I'm going to look at this file. I got a whole bunch of shit to talk to you about. They say 9,000 fucking bullshit things a day, every day. And we don't listen to half of it because it's all bullshit. This was just another fucking thing we were going to let slide because these bitches never keep a word on anything. But no, all of the listen, bitch, you're the one who said there's nothing to see here. Why the fuck did you just not shut up? Why did you bring this bullshit up? Now you got everybody fucking mad. You got the Rogan mad. You got your supporters mad over this shit. This is the shit that's bringing you down. Are you fucking? We couldn't have planned this better ourselves. What the fuck happened? Does this make any goddamn sense? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But look, if this is what ends you, fair play to you, dumbass. I'm here for it. What the fuck happened? Help me
I
out.
got nothing.
Help
I
me
got
out.
nothing.
Are
I
you
got nothing.
serious? I mean, is MAGA that invested in? Is the assumption that Bill Clinton was in here? We fucking know that. We're not
Well,
stupid.
okay,
I mean,
but
what?
okay. So, you have to remember that part of the thing that Trump was peddling for quite a while was, the whole, I mean, let's not forget the Pizzagate thing and,
With Hillary,
pedophiles
I
and
remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all the QAnon were very focused on all of this, right? And then like um uh Maxine or Giselle
Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine
Elaine Maxwell.
Maxwell. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm.
I'm terrible with I barely have two
Also
brains.
in our house is Ghislaine. Thank you, Howard Stern,
Just
for giving
Lane,
us Ghislaine.
perfect.
Uh-huh.
Chef's kiss. Anyway,
Yes.
I mean, she was convicted, and
Yeah.
uh, I mean, you, all of that is public record. I might add. Um,
Indeed. Indeed. Mm-hmm.
um, what's not public is, you know, all of the rich people and politicians that were rubbing elbows with
And other
uh,
things. Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
Epstein. So, um, I mean, did they really think that Trump wasn't going to be implicated in all of that? Because the only reason that I can think of that they're saying nothing to see here, and then he said yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, this is really boring stuff. I don't know why anyone would be interested. And now you have Republicans on the floor of the House saying that accusing Democrats of wanting to publish child pornography by releasing these records. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, honest to God, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding? But yeah, this is where we are with this. So,
Well,
like, I mean, did
no.
they really think
It's
that
it's it's better now because Trump is saying that, yeah, while he's saying that the Democrats are doing this, which guess what? We didn't fucking say a word, god damn it. He's now saying that stupid Republicans, I hope you're fucking listening. He's saying that stupid Republicans are doing the Democrats' work. Nah, we didn't bring this shit up, bitches. Stupid Republicans are asking these questions. It's not just about Democrats anymore, and he doesn't want the support of these stupid Republicans anymore. Oh, oh, you better dial that back, Donnie. Oh, that is another unforced error. Now you know that Republicans don't like being called stupid, and the people that supported him are not going to take kindly to being told that great daddy Trumpy doesn't want their support anymore. This is not the way to do shit. I think, when the Access Hollywood tape came out and it was just locker room talk, I don't believe for a minute that there are any tapes of anybody penetrating. Well, no, let me not say that because I don't know. I would be willing to bet that even Trump, as much of a cunt he is not filmed actually penetrating or having sex with anybody because he's not that fucking stupid. If I were him, oh, I don't know, maybe he is that stupid. If I were him, even his supporters, if he came clean and said, back in the day, I wasn't such a good guy, I made some mistakes, and yes, I palled around and I spent time there. Dude, we've seen pictures of you. We already know you were there. Just say you were there. We know you were there. There's evidence. Let it go. We know you were
Never
there.
happened. Never
But that's
happened.
stupid. If we can, dude, you're in the fucking picture with the guy at the place. We see you. It's not your doppelganger. We know it's fucking you. Just say, I was there. Here's the picture. I'm not going to lie.
Never
And you,
happened. It'll
and you
never
look like,
happen.
you at least look like a person who can at least come near the truth.
He can't.
Maybe.
He can't.
Well, that's ridiculous. Even,
He
I mean,
can't. He'll
that's
never. It'll
just,
never happen. It'll never happen because you know everyone in his immediate circle, their whole mo is they lie, and then they lie some more, and then they lie some more, and if they're accusing somebody of something, it's usually something that they have done, and they never admit a mistake or that they were ever wrong about anything. They just double down and lie some more. So that will never happen that he would admit any wrongdoing or whatever. Meanwhile, his base is pretty angry. Um, so it will be interesting to see how this all uh, you know plays out. But
I mean, Joe Rogan is freaking out. Megan Kelly's got her titties in a twist. I'm like, what over this? This is what's freaking you people out? I cannot believe it. With the hush money didn't do it. The fucking Russia shit didn't do it. That didn't bother you. But the evidence you already knew, you saw pictures of him with Epstein. You didn't already assume some shit had happened, and Epstein's dead, and now there's footage missing. What did you think happened? Why do you think those three particular minutes, it's like 2:54, 2 minutes 54 seconds, are missing from the tape? Isn't that isn't that interesting? Just those particular minutes are missing.
well,
Huh.
and you know who broke the story on that these were different tapes that had been all spliced together is Wired. Okay, Wired has been fucking killing it. They where
Wired.
Whereas a lot of the mainstream media has just totally not, which is curious to me because we're talking about media outlets that have millions of dollars to do investigative reporting.
Mhm.
But Wired has been fucking just killing it. Also, ProPublica. I'm here to tell you, if you are not following ProPublica and the work that they are doing, you fucking should be because they have they are well funded. They're, you know, completely nonprofit, nonpartisan, and they're one of the few organizations that really put some effort into reporting on what it's been like in Western North Carolina after the Helene came through. But yeah, fucking Wired, man. I mean, they killed it. They killed it. Just they are the ones. They have been reporting on a bunch of this stuff, and they have no intention of backing off at all. So yeah, woohoo to Wired. Wouldn't I love to have even their budget?
Sure.
Yes, yes, we would.
We would. We would love to have their budget. See, but here's the thing. In the midst of all of these things, and the American attention span is still quite short. So I'm
No,
wondering,
no.
oh, I
The-
know, perish the thought. I know. So I'm wondering, does this really have legs? I mean, it seems to. It's been a week. It's still fucking happening. People are still asking questions, and Trump's trying to swat this shit away like a fly, but it's not. For some reason, this thing is hanging on like a deep shit. So I'm wondering, does this have enough legs to carry? And what is going to happen? What is going to distract? What is going to be the thing that takes over another attempt on somebody's person? Or is he going to do something crazy like, I don't know, legalize all drugs? Or you don't laugh. This is the tomfoolery that we can expect out of some kind of desperate attempt to distract, because I don't put anything past this bitch.
Well,
Not
and
anything.
nor should you. Nor should you. I mean, he's already just some of the crazy shit he's said. I, I, I am rarely at a loss for words, but I feel like 90% of what comes out of my mouth these days are what? Um, because it's just like
How do
it's
you keep
eye
up?
popping, it's head spinning, it's like what is even, like you said, what is even happening? Like I, you know, I
We
feel
hate
like I,
Russia. We love Russia. We hate Ukraine. We love Ukraine. It's like I have whiplash every other
yeah,
day, every
yeah.
other fucking day. So now we're not liking Putin anymore. Well, at least that's a plus. I found that to be one.
Today,
Well, that's
today,
too. Yeah, but it seems to have lasted more than a day. Sometimes these things only last a mere number of hours. So maybe the veins in his legs are affecting the blood flow to the noggin. I don't know. I don't wish anybody death or illness or any of that. But maybe things are straightening out in there. I have no idea. But it seems like, you know, a little sense has seeped in somewhere as far as I mean, maybe it's the fear of the whole Epstein thing. Maybe I listen, if there was really no there, we'd have known about it already, because they would have been so excited to show us everything and to show us that there was no there. But Blondie, or whatever her name, Pam, whatever, uh,
Bondi.
Bondi, same thing, whatever. Um, you can't go from saying, I have a file on my desk and we're going to show you everything, to there's nothing to see. There's nothing. No, it doesn't work that way. If there was nothing to see, why did you tell us there was something to see? Because you didn't look. You
Well,
didn't look. You
they're
saw that there was shit. No, no, no. You saw there was shit until you got to Daddy's name and you went, uh-oh, Daddy's in there. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Fuck. Yeah, now you're in fucking trouble. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do? Oopsie. You made an oopsie. So now MAGA is screaming. They want to see it. They know he's in there. Stop fucking playing this game. They know. They know he's protecting himself because he wouldn't protect another living human being. If his kids were in there, he'd show it. He don't give a shit. So what's the problem? Get it over with. Just fucking show it. Because they will forgive him everything. This is the first time some of them actually believe he's lying to them, which astounds me. After all the shit he has pulled about prices and immigration and all this, health care. I'm not going to touch Medicare. I'm not going to touch Medicaid. I'm not going to touch social. Yeah, he fucking lies to you about everything. This is the thing that's going to break you with him? Really? It's just unbelievable to me. But you know what? Whatever does it, does it. If this is what does it, fine. I no longer give a fuck about what breaks you from this spell, but something's got to break you from this spell to save America, to fucking save democracy before we lose more rights, before more people go to jail just for having a Z at the end of their name or an S at the end of their name. Seriously. Have you
I don't
seen the price of
disagree.
fruit? Have you noticed how much oranges are now? It's insanity. You fucking broke up families. You hurt people. And trust me, everybody thought we were being hyperbolic when we said they were coming for all of us. They're coming for all of us. Immigrants are just the tip of the iceberg, people. That's the tip of the iceberg. That's just the very, very edge. Because brown people are next and non Christians are after that. Trust. And yes, we told you he would go after US citizens. And guess what? You said he wouldn't go after the Constitution. And guess what? Everything we warned you about in 2015 and 2016 that everybody said, oh, he would never fucking do that because he didn't do it in the first term. He figured out how to do in the second term. We were not wrong. He was just delayed. So trust me when I tell you, nobody is safe. We spoke about it then. We're going to keep speaking about it because the shit is not over and it's only getting worse. He's going for women's rights. He is going for gay rights. He is going for loving, the ruling on loving where interracial couples could marry. Let me tell you what, nothing is off the table. Not one thing. And my theory about white people that they will kill everyone in sight, including each other, until there's only one left. Let me tell you what, this is it in action because they hate everybody until one is king of the hill, and that's Trump. It does not matter to him. As it was said in Game of Thrones, he would burn it to the ground if he could be king of the ashes. This is what you are seeing right now in real time. Unless the MAGA supporters really are truthful about this Epstein thing being the thing that breaks them from Trump. And this could be it. Maybe this is where this could be a breaking point if he loses enough supporters. Even Steve Bannon said, they could lose enough seats to lose the House and the Senate. That is possible. And we will welcome those voters to come to our side. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I don't know that they'll come to our side, but and I don't think it's going to be any one thing. I think it's going to be a combination of things. He keeps telling people that, Social Security will no longer be taxed. That is not in the bill. He is lying, but these are people that voted for him. And I think it's going to be a combination of things. And honestly, okay, so one of the things that he has said is that, there's been a lot of rumors flying around that he's going to get rid of Jerome Powell, head of the Fed.
Good
And
luck.
okay, so he said that yesterday,
Hmm.
and or well, it was reported that he had said that,
Yes.
and the fucking markets like tanked, and then like I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour later, uh, he was like, "No, I never said that. We're not doing that." And then the markets like went back up. Um, Warren was, out making the rounds and was like, if he does that, it will just crash everything.
Hmm.
So, and they're already shopping who they're going to replace Powell with. So I think that is, I think that is likely to happen. But I mean, just in just all of the fuckery that is bouncing around. So one of the things that caught my eye, or rather my ear, yesterday is he stole the World Cup trophy. Did you see that?
What?
Yeah, the World
He
Cup
what?
trophy is at the White House. When they presented the trophy, Trump somehow managed to get on stage, and he has the original trophy, and it will be staying at the White House. Um, the the winning team gets a replica. This thing is worth like $230 million or something like that. I mean, it's like it's a beautiful trophy, and basically Trump stole it. Like he's they
Why?
they're letting him keep it at the White House for as
Why?
long as he wants. I don't mental illness. I mean, that they think it somehow benefits them to let him do that. Yeah,
For no reason, for no apparent reason. He has the statue, and he
well, it's
probably said,
it's an amazing trophy. It's like it's a globe with like rings around it, and I mean, it's like it's really beautiful. I may have the numbers wrong on
a picture
how much
wasn't a. It's not even about the money. It's not yours, you idiot. Hi, give this to me because it's pretty. You dumb cunt. Really? Really? This is the psyche of the American president. Give it to
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. It was $242,000
Whatever.
is what it cost
I
to
don't care if
to
it's
make the trophy.
dollars and 50 fucking cents. That is not the goddamn point.
Yeah.
We have
Well, but
we are being run by a child, a literal fucking child. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm hoping for. People aren't afraid of Trump. They're afraid of Trump supporters because they act en masse and they terrorize people. If enough Trump supporters get sick of the Trump bullshit, that will no longer be a goddamn threat. And here is what I'm seeing now. I am seeing a lot of Trump supporters say, this guy is full of shit and I'm getting sick of being lied to. I think for a lot of Trump supporters, the Epstein situation is just the last fucking straw. They don't see their prices or rent going down. They don't see food getting cheaper. And they're now starting to wake up to the fact that this guy lies about fucking everything. And I think they're starting to fucking come around to see that, yeah, the Epstein thing is bullshit. You don't scream that loud that there's nothing to see here if there's nothing to see here. There's obviously fucking something to see here. And I think his supporters are finally getting hip to the situation. I hope they continue to get hip to the situation. And I actually heard a Republican say, shit, maybe the Democrats were right. I actually heard someone say that on TV. I don't remember who it was, but it was a Republican. So, you know what? Maybe the light at the end of the tunnel isn't his big fat ass train coming. Maybe it's actual realization that is happening in the world. And maybe, just maybe, there's a possibility that there will be some kind of coming together for us where, listen, we're not going to agree on policies all the time, but let's fucking figure out the fact that what Trump is doing is bullshit. Because if you are a Christian, you know that feeding the poor is one of the things you're supposed to be doing. Kindness to the stranger is supposed to be something you're doing. You know, Jesus was an immigrant. You know the Bible. If you're a Christian and you've read the Bible, you know that this is counterintuitive to what the fucking Bible says. It's bullshit. You're being lied to. You know better. You know in your spirit this is bullshit. Is abortion wrong? For you, yeah. But if you need to save your relationship with your deity by using somebody else, then your faith and your relationship with your deity is in question, not someone else's. Every relationship with God or gods is the responsibility of the individual, not for you to dictate. Take care of your own spiritual life and let others do the same. That's it. Love is the whole of the law, should be the tenet of every religion. Period. There's my fucking speech. What say you? You don't got to applaud. Tell me what you think. Shit.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I mean, everybody believes what they believe, and it's up to you to have some integrity. You know, it's up to each of us to have some integrity
Right.
in our beliefs, and if we really believe that, then we should live by those tenets. And if you're giving lip service to something and you're not uh you know following those tenets, you're not living by it, then what's the even point,
Right.
uh so many of these people are hypocrites, and ever since Reagan, started using the phrase moral majority, these people have jumped on that on board with that, and they have seen the conservative segment of the country, which is a minority, I might add. And I'd
Right.
also like to point out that we are currently living under minority rule. This is not what most people want. Um, they saw that as a means to an end. And when it comes right down to it, they will throw those people under the bus just as quickly as they would anyone else once they have what they want. You know, there are a couple other things going on that I really feel like we need to talk about.
Hit it.
So there, there's something happening in Texas where they are, Trump wants them to redistrict in an attempt to hold on to both houses.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but also they're asking for information from the IRS, and they're also asking for election information.
Yeah.
Uh, Colorado, even the Republicans have told them to fucking piss off, that they're not going to turn over that data. But both of these cases are, both of these instances and what they're doing, I mean, is something that we need to be paying attention to, because the IRS has all of our information, all of it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like all of it. Um, and they're, two states, I think, have already turned over their election information to the White House, and it's some what is his name? Small. He worked for Boebert,
Mm-hmm.
and now is calling, uh, election officials and telling them that he represents the White House and they have to turn over their election data. And they're like, and then he wants to look at their election machines, and they're like, yeah, fuck off, buddy. Um, but two states have already given up their information. I don't know which two states those are, but this is something that's important. um, and I feel like it's getting there's so much bad going on that it's just getting lost in the flood of news every day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, just there's so much. I swear to God, it makes my freaking head hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So now for some hilarity.
All right, hilarity, yay!
So there's a representative in Florida who's really horrible. I know this will come as a shock. If Florida has a horrible representative, surely not. How could this be, you might ask? Um,
How could this be?
so Corey Mills is being sued by a property management company because he owes like $85,000 in rent for his DC, wherever the hell he's living in DC. He hasn't paid rent since March, apparently, and prior to that was he's rented this property for since June or July of 2023. I think June of 2023, and he was perpetually late. He's paying over $20,000 a month for his lodging wherever it is. Forgive me, I did not look up to the address, but so they're suing to evict him because for non-payment of rent, and his lame ass excuse is like they didn't respond when media outlets asked for comment, but he posted on X that the website is to pay his rent is so horrible that it just won't allow him to make a payment.
What?
Yeah, their website's terrible, and like no matter what he does when he tries to click on the link to make a payment, that it just won't let it go through. So I guess um, you know Mr. Mills is unfamiliar with a check or a bank draft, or you know or how to draft payment like any other way other than clicking a link on a website, or you
Or
know
driving over to the actual rental office and maybe handing a check over?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I was just like, are what?
Yeah.
And
My
also
happy ass
the
Let
fact
my
that
happy ass try that bullshit and see how far I
well,
get.
how many
Right.
people do you know that their rent is almost $21,000 a month?
Get the fuck out of here.
Hmm.
Are you insane?
I mean, even in
$21,000.
DC, what's he renting, a fucking mansion? I mean, I don't know. Um,
God damn it. What
yeah.
a cunt.
So and apparently the property management uh, company has the receipts. So this will be fun. He'll get evicted.
You think?
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows at this point? He should have been evicted a year ago. What kind of bullshit is this?
Well, he's only been not paying since March. So because
Alright,
of the
so
website.
right.
So he
Yeah.
owes like $85,000 in
What?
rent.
The fucking balls. Could you imagine the
And meanwhile
gall?
they're cutting everybody's benefits, and they're cutting all of these programs, and this motherfucker is renting whatever he's renting for, 20 almost $21,000 a month. That's more than uh a lot of people make. I mean, poverty level is about 15,000, sixteen
Yeah.
thousand.
Yeah.
So he,
Yeah.
a month. He is paying. He rented space that is costs more money than a lot of people make in a year. A
What a
year.
twat.
Yeah.
What a fucking twat.
And
Holy
he's such a
shit.
cunt that he's not paying his rent and they're suing him to evict him. So
Wow.
you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. I mean,
Wow. Oh, God.
basket of deplorables indeed.
Indeed. Fucking yeah. Hillary, we still honor your statement. They are a basket of fucking deplorables. Not only should she not have shied away from that comment, she should have fucking put it on t-shirts. I would have bought 20 of them. God damn it. Ah, wow.
What other horribleness would you like to discuss today?
I don't know.
There's
We've
so
got
much.
like
There's a vast field of
there's
fucking
a
fuckery.
and deplorables apparently.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Um wow. I don't know. We're almost out of time. Maybe we should wrap it here for now and come back next week with more.
Okay.
What do you think? Can we come back next
Okay.
week with more? Sound
Sure.
good?
Why not?
All right. Well, on that note, say goodnight, Star.
Good night, Star.
All right, everybody. We'll be back next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good one. Try not to drown in the fuckery. And encourage Republicans to be pissed. Because they're
Oh, and
obviously.
and
Go ahead.
go to your good trouble protest today.
Yes, go to the Good Trouble protest today. And keep doing your indivisibles and your 5 calls. Because it's important. And yeah, we could actually get this shit back under control if we stay focused. So stay focused. All right, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday. Have a good one.